First, let's meet our visitors from Young Harris. First, the reserves. Number 4, Biz Walters. Number 9, Phelan Johnson. Number 12, Cameron Dillard. Number 14, Kennedy Catula. Number 17, Lily Barlow. Number 18, Hannah Emerson. Number 22, Dharma Rosbrew. Number 27, Kelsey Nix. Number 33, Louise Dizzy. Number 34, Lauren Crow. And number 51, Kirby Tyner. And now the starters for Young Harris. Leading off second baseman, number 11, Emily Harris. Batting second, right fielder, number 8, Hannah Harrison. Batting third, first baseman, number 5, Georgia Webb. Batting fourth, shortstop, number 3, Murphy Davis. Batting fifth, pitcher, number 10, Haley Shope. Batting sixth, designated player, number 21, Grace Botti. Batting seventh, the catcher, number 24, Jill Torres. Batting eighth, center fielder, number 6, Sarah Alderman. Batting ninth, left fielder, number 23, Kristen Lizardi. And the flex, the third baseman, number 2, Madison Urquiola. Young Harris is coached by Kayla Lucas and assisted by Amanda Henderson and Hannah Rippert. And now your Lander University Bearcats. First, the reserves. Number 4, Kyra Irvin. Number 5, Lexi Griffin. Number 6, Elena Fry. Number 7, Ashley Vincent. Number 10, Hannah Newton. Number 12, Abby Harris. Number 18, Logan Leverett. Number 24, Molly McNulty. Number 27, Jamie Pizell. Now the starters for your Bearcats. Left fielder, a junior from Canton, Georgia. Number 8, Kelly McCormick. Center fielder, a senior from Honeypath, South Carolina. Number 15, Casey Wooten. Right fielder, a junior from Bennettsville, South Carolina. Number 2, Casey Rogers. Third baseman, a senior from Marietta, Georgia. Number 19, Darian Ward. Shortstop, a freshman from Graniteville, South Carolina. Number 14, Jace Bitterfield. Second baseman, a sophomore from Hodgson, Georgia. Number 21, Sydney Grimes. First baseman, a senior from Monroe, Georgia. Number 29, Haley Sorrow. Your catcher, a junior from Hull, Georgia. Number 22, Chandler Carey. Pitching, a senior from Irwin, Tennessee. Number 28, Mackenzie Ferguson. And the designated player, a junior from Long Beach, Mississippi. Number 25, Bree Sorrento. The Bearcats are coached by Glenn Crawford. And Monica Short. Fans, at this time we ask that everyone remove your hats and stand in a moment of silence and recognition for the brave men and women that have served this country that are no longer with us, to be followed by the presentation of the colors by the Lander ROTC and the playing of the national anthem. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, prior to today's game, Lander Athletics and Lander University Military and Veteran Services partnered to permanently reserve a front row parking spot here at the Jeff May Complex for U.S. service members wounded in combat by painting a parking spot purple, the color of the Purple Heart. The Purple Heart is awarded to Armed Forces members who are wounded in combat. At this time, we ask that all veterans of the United States military please stand and be recognized. On behalf of Lander University, Lander Athletics, and Lander Softball, we thank you for your service to our country and the freedoms we enjoy as Americans as a result of your service and sacrifice. Veterans, at your convenience, we ask that you check in with the Military and Veteran Services table behind the press box so we can have record of your attendance and gather information on you to individually recognize you throughout today's games. Fans, please direct your attention towards the pitcher's circle for today's honorary first pitch being thrown today in honor of Military Appreciation Day by father of head softball coach Glenn Crawford, Sergeant H.G. Crawford. Sergeant Crawford was an E5 in the Army's 2nd Unit of the 1st Air Cavalry. He is the recipient of 2 Bronze Stars and 2 Purple Hearts from his service in the Vietnam War. Coach Glenn Crawford will be catching his father's pitch. Sergeant H.G. Crawford, whenever you're ready. Thank you, Sergeant H.G. Crawford.
And good afternoon, everybody, and welcome into Doug Spears Field here in Greenwood, South Carolina. And we welcome you in to Military Appreciation Day here at Greenwood as Lander and Young Harris get set to do battle Peach Belt Conference action live on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. Hello, everyone. Rickson Lane joining you from Lander. So glad to have you with us. The Bearcats coming into this game winners in 3 of their last 4 contests, but they have been out of Peach Belt play in their last 2 doubleheaders. Meanwhile, Young Harris comes in with 32 wins on the season as the Mountain Lions look to continue a winning streak over the Bearcats. Lander has had tough times here recently in this series against Young Harris. We'll go ahead and give you the starting lineups here in this ball game. First for the visitors from Young Harris. The Mountain Lions under the direction of head coach Kayla Lucas. As the first pitch strike at 3:05 and we are underway. This is the leadoff hitter, Emily Harris. She'll play second base. In right field, it's number 8, Hannah Harrison. The first baseman, number 5, Georgia Webb. The shortstop and cleanup hitter is Murphy Davis, number 3. Pitching for the Mountain Lions is number 10, Haley Shope. The designated player and batting 6th is Grace Botti. Or Batai, pardon me. The catcher is number 24, Jill Torres. The center fielder. There's a diving stop made by Sorrow at first, but unable to keep it in her glove. Would have been tough to turn and get the out at first regardless as Harris is aboard with a single. The center fielder for the Mountain Lions is number 6, Sarah Alderman. And the left fielder is Kristen Lazardi. The third baseman, not in the hitting order, is Madison Urquioli. So this is Harrison, the right fielder, as there's one aboard for the Mountain Lions. Mackenzie Ferguson misses high and inside. We'll go ahead and give you the starters for the Bearcats. Leading off is the center fielder, Casey Wooten. Batting second, Sidney Grimes at second base. The left fielder, Kelly McCormick, bats third. Casey Rogers, the right fielder, in the cleanup spot. Chandler Carey bats fifth. She's catching today. Darian Ward's at third, batting sixth. The DP is Bree Sorrento. She'll bat seventh. Haley Sorrow, the first baseman, will bat eighth. The shortstop, Jace Benefield, will bat ninth. And Ferguson in the circle for Lander this afternoon. The 1-2 pitch just off the plate, 2-2 the count now. One on and one out for the Mountain Lions here in the top of the first inning. That ball popped straight back into the very top of the net. Three Bearcat teams in action today here in Greenwood. It's Lander softball against Young Harris as that ball fouled away by Harrison. In Aiken, South Carolina, the baseball team looking to tie the series against the Pacers at 4 o'clock. And in Florence, the men's tennis team in a huge battle. As Harrison sends that ball to center field, Wooten, ranging right, makes the grab for out number one. The 4th-ranked men's tennis team matched up against the 7th-ranked Flagler Saints in the Peach Bowl Conference semifinals. Lander leads 2-1 at the conclusion of doubles play. The winner advances to the Peach Bowl Conference Tournament Championship. That's tomorrow afternoon at 1. So 1 on and 1 out for Young Harris here in the top of the first inning, and this will bring up number 5 for the Mountain Lions, Georgia Webb. There's a strike on the outside corner. One pitch strike on the outer edge. Called strike 3 is Webb will be retired on the punch out from Ferguson. Off-speed strike issued in to Murphy Davis, the cleanup hitter. There's a swing and a miss. The 0-2 high and tight. One, two, low and away, runner on the move, and she'll go in without a throw. Stolen base for Harris. Two count, runner on second and 2 outs. The ball popped up first base side, but out of play. The count remains 2-2. Just off the plate. Full count now to the cleanup hitter, Murphy Davis, senior out of Marietta, Georgia. Swing and a miss. Ferguson got her to chase high, and the Bearcats will leave a Mountain Lion runner standing on second base. Bottom of the first inning coming up from Greenwood. No score. You're listening to Bearcat Softball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network.
Do you hear that? That's the sound of $15,000 falling from the sky. The Drop is Lander's new inaugural fundraising campaign conducted by the Lander Foundation to enhance athletic scholarships and operating budgets. Your chance to win is just a click away. Visit LanderBearcats.com to register today. The Drop. It puts the air in Bearcat.
Bottom of the first inning in Greenwood, South Carolina. Rickson Lane joining you on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. Good to have you join us. Casey Wooten leads off for Lander. Bearcats able to keep Young Harris off the board in the top of the first inning, and this will be Wooten, the senior out of Honeypath. Wooten, a .346 hitter on the season. And the first pitch sails over her head. A bit of a wild start there for Haley Shope. Ball outside as Wooten watches it. This is a Young Harris team, 32-15 overall, as Shope misses low and away. Shope is making just her third start of the season, 10th appearance overall. She's 2-0 with a .367 ERA. Takes a strike there. 26 and 2/3 innings pitched for Shope. She's allowed 17 runs on 34 hits, walked 18, struck out 23. Opponents are hitting .309 against her. As the 3-1 poked outside, that might have been ball 4. As Wooten will see the count run full. Reaches out and slaps that one down the left field line, foul. With Shope, you wonder about the freshness of her arm. She threw 9 2/3 innings just 3 days ago in a pair of games against Carson Newman. 5 innings in a win and 4 2/3 innings in a loss. So she was very good in those 9 2/3 innings, gave up just 1 run on 8 hits. as she issues the leadoff walk to Casey Wooten. So Wooten is aboard. Now we've got a issue out in left center field. I think the gate has swung open. Kyra Irvin will run out to fix the issue as Sydney Grimes will step to the plate. Grimes, a sophomore out of Houston, Georgia. So Wooten stands at first as both teams have had their leadoff runners reach today. Here in inning number 1, ball up and away. Strike on the outside corner. A 1-1 count to Grimes. Runner on first, nobody out, top of the first inning. There's a bunt laid down by Grimes. It's going to be a tough play. Throw on from third just in time. As the out is recorded. A nice throw from Urquiola, but Wooten advances to second. 1 out in the inning and a runner in scoring position. So Kelly McCormick will step in now. The speedy Wooten at second base, so ball in the outfield could be trouble for the Mountain Lions, and McCormick is Lander's best hitter, hitting .351 on the year, leads the team with 11 doubles and 34 RBI, also 2 triples and 3 homers. She shows bunt, ball is high, and Wooten's on her way to third. Then they're going to appeal and see if McCormick went around. Kind of held the bat up as if to distract the catcher. So it will be ball 1. And now Kayla Lucas wants to come in and get her 2 cents. Lucas not getting a satisfactory response. So regardless, Lander's going to have a runner at third with 1 out. Now whether the count is 1-0 or 0-1 is yet to be determined. Well, now it has been determined. It's going to be 1-0. And now Lucas wants to talk things over. Feisty start here to this one. In the bottom of the first inning, we'll step aside. Lander threatening in the bottom of the first. You're listening to Bearcat Softball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. Kelly McCormick ahead in the count 2-0 now. Shows bunt, reached out for one. Wooten didn't get that big a lead off a third. So McCormick will have a chance now with a 2-1 count. Little safety squeeze there as Wooten didn't need to break until the ball was put down. Instead, McCormick will slap one through the right side for a base hit, and that'll bring Wooten home to score. And Landers got a 1-0 lead. RBI for Kelly McCormick, her 35th of the year.
How about your right fielder, number 2, Casey Rogers.
So 1-on-1 out for the cleanup hitter, Casey Rogers. High pitch over the head of the catcher, and McCormick's going to go into second. I think McCormick was on the move there. All just outside. Strike on the outside corner. So Rogers with the runner in scoring position, a 2-1 count, 1 out. Lander leading 1-0. There's a chopper to short. It's going to be bobbled. McCormick on to third. Rogers holds at first, and runners on the corners as that error going to be charged to Murphy Davis.
Now about your catcher, number 22, Chandler Carey.
A lot of issues here early for young Harris, and now Chandler Carey's going to come to the plate. Chandler Carey hitting .318 this year. She takes a pitch high. 9 doubles, 2 triples, 2 homers, driven in 32 runs. A 1-0 to Carey. Strike downstairs. Checking the ball. Pardon me, thought that had it caught the bottom of the zone. 2-0 count. There's the 2-0 to Carey. There's a strike at the knees on the outer edge. Two-one count to Carey. Swung and grounded foul down the third base line. Count moves to 2-2. Takes the ball up and away, 3-1 now. And now Rogers going to draw the throw. The throw to the plate in time. Rogers will go to second, and she's safe. Double steal, and the Bearcats take a 2-0 lead. So Rogers will get credit for the steal. McCormick will be credited with stealing home. as Lander executes to perfection, and it's 2-0. So full count still. As Carey stands in with a runner on second and Lander up 2-0. As she walks. 2 aboard, 1 out. That'll bring up Darian Ward. And we're going to have a change for Young Harris. Mountain Lions going to switch some things around here, trailing 2-0 in the bottom of the first. You're listening to Bearcat Softball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. So Darian Ward will come in to face a new pitcher. This is Dharma Rossbrew, sophomore from Waxhaw, North Carolina. A 1-1 count to Ward. That pitch is high, and the count is now 2-1. Rossbrew making her 35th appearance, her 13th out of the pen. She's 20-10 this year with a 1.95 ERA. 157 and 2/3 innings pitched, allowed 59 runs on 133 hits, 73 walks, 119 strikeouts. Team's hitting .227 against her. As Ward got a piece of that one and tipped it back. Ward going to send that one to right field. Catch will be made. Runner will hold at second, however, as the out will be recorded as Harrison able to track it down. I'll bring up the DP, Bree Sorrento. Sorrento hitting .281, 10 doubles, 1 homer, driven in 20 runs this year. Runners at first and second, 2 outs, Lander up 2-0. Takes first pitch high. Strike at the knees, 1-1 count. Rogers at second, Carey at first with 2 outs. Ball low and away, 2-1. Here's the 2-1 to Sorrento. Swung and a chopper to short, and it's going to be bobbled. It's going to be another error on Davis. And everybody's safe, and the bases are loaded.
First baseman, number 29, Haley Sorrow.
That'll bring up Haley Sorrow with the bases full of Bearcats. Sorrow's batting .306, 7 doubles, 1 triple. Leads the team with 5 home runs. She's driven in 27 runs this season. Lines that one foul right side. Oh, 2 count to Sorrow as Glenn Crawford will come and have a quick word with her. Count is 0-2. Bases loaded, 2 outs in the first. Lander up 2-0. The pitch just off the plate as Rossborough is trying to ring Sorrow up on the outside corner. One-two delivery. Reached out and fouled away. Well, Bearcats are seeing a lot of pitches here in this first inning. One-two count to Sorrow. Low and outside. Another 2-2 on the way. Slap foul right side again. Sorrow and Rossborough really putting together a great battle here. So we'll try again here. 2-2 count. The pitch. Ran that one inside, but Sorrow fought it off the handle. Once more, Rossborough with the 2-2, up and away, and the bases are loaded, and this 3-2 count will put the carousel in motion. Rogers at third, Carey at second, Sereno at first. Sorrow at the plate. Lander holding a 2-0 lead in the first inning. Payoff pitch. Hit into right field, deep, but caught out in right by Harrison, and that'll do it for the first inning. But Lander takes a 2-0 lead. To the second inning we go in Greenwood. You're listening to Bearcat Softball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. Mackenzie Ferguson working with a 2-0 lead here in the top of the second inning, and she'll do it to Haley Shope. She was chased in the first inning out of the circle as Rossborough came on to relieve her. Lander leading 2-0. The Bearcats only tallied one hit in that first inning. It was the RBI single from McCormick. Ball low and inside. 2-1 count. Harris made a host of changes. That ball swung and lifted shallow left field. McCormick on the run will make the grab. So Kelly McCormick with the F7 put out, and that'll bring up the Mountain Lions number 21, Grace Bowtie. Junior out of Woodstock, Georgia. 0-1 off the plate. Bowtie, a .340 hitter this year. 6 doubles, 5 homers, driven in 25 runs. Ball downstairs, 2-1 count. Two-0 delivery. Swung and grounded to short. Glove by Benefield on to first. Nice job there by the freshman Jace Benefield. It's defensively behind Ferguson. In the outfield is McCormick, Wooten, Rogers. On the infield, Ward, Benefield, Grimes, and Sorrow, and Carey behind the plate. It's 2 out in the inning for Jill Torres, sophomore out of Woodstock, Georgia. Pitch missing inside, 1-0. Torres hitting .315 this year. 4 doubles, 5 homers, 28 RBI. Bases empty, 2 out here in the top of the second. Pitch catches the outside corner, 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Just off the inside, 2-1. Two-one delivery. Swung on and lifted out of play right side. Two-two, off speed, reached out, tapped to third. Ward gloves it to first. 1-2-3 go the Mountain Lions in the top of the second. We go to the bottom of the inning. Lander leading 2-0. You're listening to Bearcat Softball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. Jace Benefield leads off the bottom of the second inning for the Lander Bearcats. Lander up 2-0 on the Young Harris Mountain Lions. Benefield, freshman out of Graniteville, South Carolina. He's a .214 hitter with a double, a homer, and 6 runs driven in. Swings and fouls that pitch away. Pitch downstairs, 1-2. Ball flown out right side and foul. The count is 1-2 now. Called strike 3 on the inside corner, and Benefield retired. So 1 down in the inning. Casey Wooten will step in. She walked, came around to score back in the first inning. Rossborough starts her off with a strike, let her high on the outside. 2 runs, 1 hit, no errors for Lander. No runs, 1 hit, and 2 errors for Young Harris. They have both been charged to the shortstop for the Mountain Lions, Murphy Davis. Now Wooten behind in the count, 0-2. Watched one up and away, 1-2 count. The 1-2 pitch reached out, lifted left field. But getting over in position and making the grab for the Mountain Lions is Webb. So 2 out in the inning, nobody aboard. Sydney Grimes will step to the plate. Grimes laid down a sacrifice bunt back in the first inning. Grimes a .340 hitter, 4 doubles, 3 triples, a homer, and 23 runs batted in. Reaches out and slaps one through the left side of the infield for a base knock. So Grimes will reach with a 2-out single. That'll bring up Kelly McCormick.
Now my left fielder, number 8, Kelly McCormick.
McCormick 1 for 1, RBI single. So came around to score. She has now driven in a run in 4 consecutive games. Bearcats come into the day on a 6-game hot streak. Road sweeps of USC Aiken and Emmanuel and Southern Wesleyan in their last 6 contests. They've not been at home in 13 days. As she smacks that one into right field, but racing over to make the grab to end the frame is Harrison. Lander unable to add on to the lead. It's 2-0 Bearcats as we go to the 3rd inning. You're listening to Bearcat Softball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. Alderman, 329 hitter. Takes a strike inside of the knees. 5 doubles, 4 homers, 22 runs driven in. There's 7 different Mountain Lions on this roster that have 3 or more home runs. It's a nice off-speed pitch by Ferguson that just misses down low. So 2-1 count to Alderman. Strike offered up, 2-2 count. Strikeout there from Ferguson to begin the inning. First pitch strike from Ferguson. As Kristen Lazardi, junior from Dacula, Georgia, will watch that one. Lazardi, 320 hitter, 4 doubles, a triple, and 7 runs driven into her credit. She's behind in the count now, 0-2. Ball lined off the glove of Ward at third. Everybody will be safe. Strike on the outside edge. Emily Harris is showing bunt. Down in Florence, Lander Tennis with a 2-1 lead over Flagler in the semifinals of the Peach Boats Conference Tournament. An update from the Dr. Eddie Floyd Tennis Center. Bearcats currently holding a lead in 4 of the 6 singles matches. Ball outside, 1-2 count. Correction, Lander actually leading in 2 of the matches at the moment. Eric Groner playing in the 1 spot. He trails 5-4 first set. Ozan Sildier, the number 2, trails 5-4. That one's in the first set as well. There's a liner into left field. And the Mountain Lions will put 2 aboard with 1 out. The base knock will bring up Hannah Harrison, the senior from Sewanee, Georgia. Harrison hitting .374, leads the club with 14 doubles. Also has 2 triples, 8 homers, and a team high 42 runs batted in. In the 3 spot in singles play for Lander, David Corsten dropped his first set 6-2, leading the second set 1-0. Axel Croney has taken the first set 6-1. He leads in the second set 3-1, so a chance for the Bearcats to earn a point there. Alexander Regner up in the first set 6-5, and Omar Masamani down 3-6, or dropped the first set 6-3. Now he's leading the second set 2-0. So right now, Lander with leads at the 4 and 5 spots. They've dropped sets at 3 and 6, and 1 and 2 are in battles, trailing by a game. First to 5 advances to the championship tomorrow afternoon. Lander leads at 2-1 after doubles. As that ball lined down the right field line and foul. Bearcat baseball just about to get underway. Bearcats take on USC Aiken. Here's the 1-2 pitch, reached out and fouled. The 1-2 lined into right field. Rogers will come up firing to the plate, and everyone will hold, but the bases are loaded now for Young Harris. Carey going to go out for a word with Ferguson, as this is going to bring up for Young Harris number 5, Georgia Webb, and now Monica Shorter will go out to chat things over. Young Harris trailing by 2, but threatening with bases loaded, 1 out, top of the 3rd. You're listening to Bearcat Softball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. Ferguson trying to work out of a jam here. She starts off with a ball outside to Webb. Webb entered the day a .387 hitter. 12 doubles, 4 homers, 28 RBI. Swing and a miss at a high fastball. Swung on and missed in the inside corner. This just misses outside, 2-2. Ball popped up on the infield over the head of Benefield at short, and a run's going to come home to score. Infield had crept in, and that ball just barely got over. And it's a 2-1 game. Now Coach Crawford wants to come out for a chat with our home plate umpire. He was maybe asking about an infield fly call there. That ball did land in the infield. Well, the run will stand. 2-1 Lander lead as Murphy Davis comes to the plate. Davis 0 for 1 with a strikeout. First pitch inside. Falling behind the count, 2-0 now. Pitch is high, 3-0. 3-0 count. Call a strike inside corner. Bases are loaded, tying a run at third. 3-1 pitch, foul back. That one was up in the zone. Might have potentially been ball 4. Likely would have been. So the 3-2 offering. Swung on and lifted. Foul over the Young Harris dugout. The 3-2 pitch popped up to second base. Grimes will make the grab. Everyone stays put. So 2 out in the inning for Haley Shoup. Pitch misses low and inside. One 0 catches the inner half. Turned and fouled into the Bearcat bullpen. One, 2, fouled away. So 1-2 count. Low and outside is Carey able to stop it. Just missed on the inside corner. The count moves to 3-2. Three-two pitch. Swung on and lifted foul left side. Another 3-2 on the way. Swung on, lifted to left field. McCormick will call it and catch it. Bearcats dealt with the bases loaded, 1 out. They surrender just 1 run, and they hold the lead 2-1 as we go to the third. You're listening to Bearcat Softball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network.
When you buy a golf ball for the drop, you're buying your chance to win $5,000. But you're not the only one who could win. Because every purchase you make goes towards enhancing Landers' operating budgets and enhancing scholarships for student athletes. So when you buy a ball, not only can you win,
I win.
I win. I win.
I win.
I win.
Two, one, Lander on top of Young Harris. Bottom of the third inning here. Greenwood, South Carolina. Rickson Lane with you on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. Glad to have you join us. Casey Rogers due up, and now we've got an issue as Kayla Lucas, the Young Harris head coach, going to come out and have a word. A lineup issue that appears it's been dealt with, and we'll resume the bottom of the third inning. So 2-1 our score. As Rogers, junior out of Bennettsville, she's 0 for 1 today. Takes a strike on the outer half. One outside. That pitch down in the dirt. 2-1 count to Rogers. Spent the majority of the season down at the bottom of the lineup, and Coach Crawford here recently has plugged her in as the cleanup hitter. She has come through in a lot of spots throughout the season. She's ahead in the count here, 3-1. Swings and grounds that one off the plate. Rossborough over to first. This is Chandler Carey due up. Chandler Carey will step to the plate with nobody on him, one out here. Bottom of the third, Lander up 2-1. Not sure what the move here is that Crawford's making. Now Kayla Lucas being called over. There's a roster issue for Young Harris, and I think that's going to cause Casey Rogers to come to the plate and get another swing. As Rogers is back in the box after grounding out of the pitcher. We'll step aside for a moment while everything gets straightened out. Looks like Rogers, the cleanup hitter, may get another swing for Lander. 2-1 Bearcats, bottom of the third. You're listening to Bearcat Softball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. So there was an issue in the Young Harris lineup, it appears. Not sure what it was, but Casey Rogers is going to step in with a 3-1 count. I don't know if somebody was out of order in the wrong position or what the problem was, but Rogers get new life here, and she's going to walk. So with Rogers at first, Chandler Carey will step in. One on, nobody out, bottom of the third inning. They came to thus far, has crawled along at a snail-like pace as Carey swings the one down in the dirt. Rogers on the way to second, and she is out by a step. Rogers thrown out. So Carey with one out now, and the base is empty. Takes a strike inside. The 1-2 to Carey. Swung on, a high chopper to second. Throw on to first in time. And there's 2 outs in the inning. So 2 down in the inning for Darian Ward. Now we've got a issue, it looks like, with a glove. Shortstop Murphy Davis had to get something taped up or changed out or what have you. So 2 outs for Darian Ward. She's 0 for 1 today. First pitch strike inside corner. Fouls that one into the net. Oh, 2 count. 1-2 count. Bases emptied, 2 out here is Ward trying to extend the inning for the Bearcats. Swing and a miss. Fastball downstairs, and the inning is over. 2-1 Landers. We go to the 4th inning. You're listening to Bearcat Softball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. A 2-1 Bearcat lead, top of the 4th inning. We go here at Doug Spears Field. Grace Bataille leading off the frame for the Mountain Lions. Bataille 0 for 1 today. Takes a pitch low and away, 1-1. Grace Bataille trying to get the Mountain Lions with the tying run aboard as she fouls that one away. Missing their 2-2 count. Swing and a miss as she chases the 2-2 outside. Ferguson will get her 4th strikeout. And Lander will record the first out of the frame. One out in the inning is the 1-0 pitch outside to Jill Torres. Torres, the catcher for the Mountain Lions in this game 1. Ferguson catches the inside corner there. Inside pitch misses. Two 2-1 pitch inside of the knees for a strike, 3-1. Pardon me, 2-2, my apologies. Ferguson winds and fires. Down in the dirt. The 3-2 pitch. Called, strike 3 inside at the knees. Torres strikes out for the second out of the frame. Two down now for Sarah Alderman. Alderman shows bunt and takes a strike. It's about lined into the left center field, and that one's going to get off the base of the wall. Alderman going to make the turn at first and go into second with a stand-up double. So the two-out double there for Alderman, and that'll bring up Kristen Lazardi with a tying run in scoring position and 2 outs here in the fourth. Shows bunt, takes a strike outside. One and one count. Reaches out for a bunt there. Count now 1-1. Up and away. The count moves to 2-2 now. Two-two pitch, swing and a miss. Lazardi down on strikes, and Ferguson holds the lead. To the bottom of the fourth we go. Lander up 2-1. You're listening to Bearcat Softball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. Bree Sorrento leads off bottom of the fourth for the Bearcats. They lead it 2-1 here. There's a grounder to second And a 4-3 put out of Sorrento. Lander just 2 hits on the afternoon. They've been aided by 2 Young Harris errors. Meanwhile, the Mountain Lions have just 1 run on 6 hits. As Haley Sorrow come to the plate. Sorrow, the team's home run leader. Takes the ball in the outside corner. Got another issue with the lineup, it appears. Glenn Crawford's not happy. So 1-0 count to Sorrow. Bottom of the 4th inning. So 1-0 count to Sorrow. Takes a strike on the outside corner. So 1-1 to Sorrow. As Sorrow gets hit by the pitch, as Rossborough went too far inside there. The Bearcats will have a pinch runner here. Abby Harris, the freshman out of Chesney, going to come to the plate. I'll bring up Jace Benefield. One on and one out for Lander here in the 4th inning, trying to tack onto a 2-1 lead. There's a tough grounder, backhand dive by Davis, not in time. And Benefield's got an infield single. The top of the order for Casey Wooten as she takes the ball outside. Harris at second and Benefield at first. Takes a strike on the outside edge, 1-1. A 1-0, fouled off. One-two count to Wooten. Reaches out and chops it left. And everyone's going to be safe. Infield single from Casey Wooten, and the bases are loaded as Sydney Grimes will come to the plate. So after the ground out from Sereno, Sorrow hit by a pitch, Benefield and Wooten with infield singles, and now Grimes steps in. She's 1 for 1 today, singled into left field in her second plate appearance. Lander up 2-1. So there's a ball outside. Strike missing. 2-2. Grimes grounds that one through the left side, and that's down for a base hit, and a runner comes home to score. And Lander extends the lead. It's now 3-1. RBI singles, Sydney Grimes. That's 3 straight singles for the Bearcats. That was a hot shot. Drilled just inside the third base bag. And up comes Kelly McCormick. And a pitch hitter on the elbow. McCormick will drive home another run for the Bearcats. It's 4-1. Two runs home in the frame for Lander. Now Crawford going to check on McCormick. Oh, hitter on the right elbow. Bases are loaded. And the cleanup hitter Rogers is coming to the plate for Lander as the Bearcats lead it now 4-1. Rogers with an opportunity to really help the Bearcats tack on. It's the first pitch fastball low and away. It's the 1-0. Pitch high, 2-0 count. Two-one count to Rogers. Pitch low and away, 3-1. One pitch slapped into the Bearcat dugout. Full count, 1 out, bases loaded for Lander. Pitch is high and another run home. It's a 5-1 Lander lead.
How about your catcher, number 22, Chandler Carey.
Now Chandler Carey will come in. There's a grounder. That's through the right side. Base hit. 1 run score. Second runner being waved around. Throw cut off. 2 runs home for Lander. And runners at the corners, and it's 7-1. Lander up now with a 5-run 4th inning. Still just 1 out. And now Darian Ward will come to the plate. Check swing on strike 1. There's the 0-1. Grounded left side off the glove of the third baseman. Throw on to first is in time, but the run comes home to score, and Lander leads it 8-1. So a job done by Darian Ward. And that'll bring Bree Sorrento to the plate. Runner on second as the Bearcats have officially batted around here in the 4th inning. Swings to the first pitch and misses, 0-1. Serrano turns and fouls that one off the Bearcat dugout. Another foul ball by Sorrento. Line back up the middle, base hit. Runner going to be away from third. Carey on her way to the plate. The throw, and they got her. Sereno with the single, but Carey thrown out at home. But Lander does damage in the 4th inning. It's 8-1 as we move to the 5th. You're listening to Bearcat Softball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. big lead for Mackenzie Ferguson as she misses inside on the first pitch to Emily Harris. Top of the 5th inning in Greenwood, 8-1. The Bearcats are on top of Young Harris. Strike outside. It's the 1-1 pitch. Reached up and fouled away. Count moves to 1-2. So a 1-2 count to Harris. Leadoff hitter for the Mountain Lions here in the top of the 5th. Swing and a miss. Ferguson, another strikeout. That's number 7 on the day. 8 runs, 7 hits, no errors. For the Bearcats, 1 run, 6 hits, and 2 errors for Young Harris. Number 8, Hannah Harrison will step in. Takes the first pitch, ball 1-0. Pitch letter high on the inside corner, called for a strike. Off-speed pitch misses outside. Ball popped up to first. Sorrow make the grab. 2 outs in the inning. So 2 down for Georgia Webb. First pitch misses from Ferguson, 1-0. A 6-run 4th inning, the difference thus far for the Bearcats as they lead it 8-1. The ball lined into right field, hooking, and it's going to stay inside the chalk as it bounces off the wall. A 2-out double for Webb. Bring up the cleanup hitter, Murphy Davis. 1 on, 2 out. Top of the 5th, Lander up by 7. Bearcats have not beaten Young Harris since 2012. Trying to earn a win here in Game 1 and extend a 6-game winning streak. Pitch high, 2-0 count now. Davis is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. A 2-1 count to Davis. The ball popped up foul, first base side. Sorrow will make the basket catch. Young Harris unable to scratch a run across in the top of the 5th. We go to the bottom of the inning. Lander up 8-1. You're listening to Bearcat Softball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. Bottom of the fifth inning, Lander holding an 8-1 lead over Young Harris as Haley Sorrow takes this ball low and inside. Bearcats broke it open in the bottom of the fourth with 6 runs. And 1 run here in the fifth inning will invoke the mercy rule, and that'll be the end of game 1. Sorrow, senior out of Monroe, Georgia. One is downstairs. Here's the 2-1. Grounded foul to third. So 2-2 count to Sorrow. Leadoff hitter for the Bearcats in the fifth. Smack foul down the first base line. Sorrow grounded to third, fair ball, and on to first for the out. Oh, that one certainly looked foul from here. Sorrow out, and that'll bring up Benefield. Benefield takes a strike on the inside corner. On the inside corner, 0-2. Count to Benefield. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. So 3-pitch strikeout of Benefield. That'll bring up Casey Wooten. 1 for 2 on the day is the senior center fielder. Wooten also stole a base back in the first inning. She swings and misses at one low and inside there. That steal back in inning number 1 gives her 28 on the year and 77 in her career. Pardon me. 29 on the season and 78 in her career. She's 2 away from the school record. Both single season and career steals. She needs 3 to break both marks set by Wendy Queen. She's behind the count 0-2 here with 2 outs. Watches one low and outside. A 1-2 pitch grounded to first, gloved and step on the bag. As Shope able to record the out. We move to the 6th inning. Lander up 8-1. You're listening to Bearcat Softball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. First pitch strike from Ferguson to Shope in the 6th inning. Ball swung and pulled down the left field line. Lined into right field. Rogers giving chase, not going to be able to make it. Good effort there from Rogers. Just unable to get to that one. The 0-2 pulled foul into the Bearcat dugout. Well, the 0-2 offering misses outside. One-two pitch. Just missed inside. Two-two count to the leadoff hitter for the Mountain Lions. As Shope turns and lifts that one left side out of play. Inside there's the count runs full, 3-2. Shope pulls another one foul left side. So 3-2 is too far inside. That's the first walk of the afternoon. So leadoff runner aboard for Young Harris. And that'll bring up Grace Bataille. The ball lifted into right field. Rogers there in plenty of time makes the grab. So 1 out in the inning for Jill Torres, the catcher. Top of the 6th here in Greenwood. Lander up 8-1 on Young Harris. Bearcats trying to win their 7th straight. Ferguson hums a strike in. Just off the corner there. Two count as Torres trying to spark a Mountain Lion rally here. The 2-2. Off-speed pitch popped back and out of play. Nice job there by Torres to be able to get a piece of that one, stay alive. There's a grounder to second. Grimes on to Benefield for 1. To first, not in time. Well, the fielder's choice will mark the second out of the frame. So 2 out in the inning, and it looks like we'll have a pinch runner here. This is going to be number 9, Phelan Johnson. So Johnson on to run. An 0-1 count on Alderman as she fouls away the first offering. Swings at 1 high in the zone there. Pitch is high, throw down to second, not in time. 1-2 count. That ball turned on and fouled back. Pitch is high, 2-2. The ball popped up foul territory, and Ward will make the grab. No harm done by the Mountain Lions in the top of the 6th. We go to the bottom of the inning. Lander up 8-1. You're listening to Bearcat Softball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. Bottom of the 6th inning, Lander trying to add on to an 8-1 lead here at Doug Spears Field. Nixon Lane with you. Good to have you join us on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. Sydney Grimes leads off. She swings and misses at a pitch downstairs. There's a ball lined to first, and the catch made, and the out recorded by Shope. Kelly McCormick will come to the plate now. Swings and misses the first offering. Missing there, 2-1. Missing inside, 3-1. McCormick will reach on the walk.
Now batting your right fielder, number 2, Casey Rogers.
So Casey Rogers will come to the plate now. Rogers grounds that one down the first base line. Shope is there, step on the base. Runner advances to second.
How about your catcher, number 22, Chandler Carey.
Chandler Carey will step in, runner on second, 2 outs, and an 8-1 lead for Lander. She takes a strike on the inside. Takes that one high, 1-1. Low and inside, 2-1. Strike on the inside. 2-2 count now. The 2-2 pitch. Grounder off the glove of the pitcher. Carey is safe. The throw home, not in time. McCormick comes around to score, and Lander will walk it off early against Young Harrison. Game 1, 9-1 your final score. Bearcats victorious over the Mountain Lions. A 9-1 victory for Lander in Game 1. They'll go for the sweep in Game 2. The Bearcats, an emphatic victory here at Doug Spears Field in the first game of our doubleheader. We'll step aside. Game 2 set to begin in about 30 minutes. You're listening to Bearcat Softball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network.